At it, everyone. So been working on the short for way too long and really just want to have it done. So I think we're close. So what I'm gonna do is just play it right away, see where we're at, and then what I'm really excited to do is hopefully within this day, I can publish it and get feedback, right? Because that's the most important part. So let's go ahead and start playing or just watching it. All right, multi-cam footage is going to be a quick tutorial on how you can switch between cameras. So multi-cam footage is going to be. Why does this one look so bad and this one doesn't? The question would be, what am I doing here? There we go. On how you can switch between cameras effortlessly. We'll start by importing our clips. We're gonna link those together as a multicam clip. Frame rate, we'll set it 20. We're gonna sync these based on sound, and that should be good. We have the original clips here and the multicam. So I think for like each of these, I need to based on sound, right? So cam clip. So like I just need like a what would that be? That would be a keyboard sound. So let's just go to YouTube real quick. I can probably just use something else. It's probably easier that way. Can I do that? Can I get away with using a gun sound? Wait, here we go. And clip. Cam clip frame rate. Cam clip frame rate. We'll set it. Frame rate. Pop, pop, pop. Pop. What is this? That's what I need. It's the lollipop sound. No, let's go into here. Sound effects. I'll just do it this way. I already have it. It's because bum bum bum. Maybe like no. Let's see. Okay. Let's for now. Let's just put that there. And then we're also gonna take pop 2. Put it like here. And then I think another pop 1. Like right here. Frame rate, we'll set it 20. We're gonna sync rate, we'll set it 20. We're going to sync these based on sound. These based on sound, and that should be good. We have the original clips here and the multicam track here. Let's jump into the edit page, throw that onto the timeline. So we're going to pick the one that has the best audio and select that as the angle. The next important that has the best. So this needs to do the same thing. The one that has the one. So let's go in and let's keyframe. Zoom in position. Let's go here. Let's make this 1.0. So now one that has the best. There is like a DSLR zoom. Whoa. So, oh man, I want my editing keyboard so bad. The one that has the best. The one that has the best audio and the one that has the best. The one that has the best audio and select that as the mouse click. That has the best audio. The best audio and select that as the angle. The next that has the best. That's what I want is like. That has the best. That's like a heavy whoosh. I need a longer whoosh. There we go. About that has the best. That has the best. That has the best audio and select that as the angle. The next important thing is that we go down and select. Ooh, what is this? No idea what that just did. Audio and select that as the angle. The next important thing is that we go. So here's where we want to mouse click. And then we want to whoosh. Oh, whoops. Is that we go down and select multicam. We go down and select is that we go down and select multicam. So then I want this here. And I want a pop. Let's do that and really bring it in. Is that we go down and select multicam and select video only. And from here we can quickly switch between select video only. And from here we can quickly switch between screens by just pressing 1 and 2. So let's keyboard. Let's open this. HIJK. And then it must be T type. Nope. By just pressing 1. By just pressing 1 and 2. So let's show what that looks like. Okay. These are definitely uneven. That's good enough. So let's do it one more time. All right, multi-cam footage. This is gonna be a quick tutorial on how you can switch between cameras effortlessly. We'll start by importing our clips. We're gonna link those together as a multi-cam clip. Frame rate, we'll set it 20. We're gonna sync these based on sound, and that should be good. We have the original clips here and the multi-cam track here. We'll jump into the edit page, throw that onto the timeline. So we're gonna pick the one that has the best audio and select that as the angle. The next important thing is that we go down and select multi-cam and select video only. And from here, we can quickly switch between screens by just pressing 1 and 2. So let's show what that looks like. So first let's fix the first. Intro's too long for cameras effortlessly. We'll start by So what would I have to do? Multi-cam footage. This is going to be a quick tutorial on how you can switch. Let's delete that. All right. Yeah, let's go. All right. Let's see how that's going to be a quick tutorial. Let's see how that's going to be a quick tutorial. Multi-cam footage. This is going to be a tutorial on usage. This is going to be a tutorial. This is going to be a quick. That was dumb. This is going to be a quick. This is going to be a quick tutorial on how you can. This is going to be a quick. Okay, let's zoom in on this. Oh, whoops. This is going to. This is going to be a quick tutorial. There we go. Perfect sync. And then let's bring that up. Let's delete this. And then we will keyframe. Zoom in position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zoom in position. And then we just have to zoom in here. This is going to be a quick tutorial. This is going to be a quick tutorial. So then the zoom is way too far on this. This is going to be a quick tutorial on how you can switch between cameras effortlessly. We'll start. Boom. This is going to be a quick tutorial on how you can switch between cameras effortlessly. We'll start by importing our clips. We're going to link those together as a multicam clip. Frame rate, we'll set at 20. We're going to sync these based on sound, and that should be good. We have the original clips. Bring this up. Here's the last thing we're going to do is normalize audio levels. We'll start by importing our clips. We're going to link those together as a multicam clip. Frame rate, we'll set at 20. We're going to sync these based on sound, and that should be good. We have the original clips here and the multicam track here. And we're going to normalize these a little bit higher. Importing our clips. We're going to link those together as a multicam clip. Frame rate, we'll set at 20. We're going to sync these based on sound, and that should be good. We have the original clips here and the multicam track here. Let's jump into the edit page, throw that onto the timeline. So we're going to pick the one that has the best audio and select that as the angle. The next important thing is that we go down and select multicam and select video only. that we go down and select multicam and select video only. And from here, we can quickly switch between screens by just pressing 1 and 2. So let's show what that looks like. There we go. Okay. Cool. So let's just go ahead and save that and we will export it. TikTok. We have it preset for TikTok. Browse. What I'm going to do is in let's just add to render queue. Man, I love how quick those exports are. And then what we're going to do is actually just throw this up here. And here's the question. Do I want to do it? I think I actually do want to do it on this channel. Let's go back to Studio. Let's create this. Let's upload it. Select files. We'll just do it this way. Cool. Wait. Tap upload short. So maybe it auto recognizes. I go to content, shorts, upload video. We'll just do it this way. Multicam tutorial for editing. Oh, you know what? I need to actually go back, add related video, and I'm just going to add my most recent video. Next, publish. Okay, cool. So that'll give us like a little data point on where we can get with shorts, right? And my theory is that it's gonna absolutely nuke my monthly views, not get me much more like quality content, but there's a specific reason that I want to just juice my numbers. Um, so that's awesome. Now here's what I really want to do is kind of embrace like mimicry. And I want to try to start stealing other people's short styles. So hold on. I remember watching a video a long time ago. Hold on. Let's see. "28 minutes, 5 minutes." Let's do
In the world of hyper-engaging short-form videos, a man with 500 million views and 5 million subscribers stands out. This is Ali Abdullah. Ali's style has been taking over the internet by storm. The success of this style comes down to a minimalistic 3D appearance, where the background is separated from the character and the use of minimalistic paper animations is common. This ends up with a very minimalistic editing style that has racked him up millions of views. And in today's video, we're gonna learn how to edit like Ali Abdullah step by step. And with that in mind, I immediately got to work. The first step of doing this style is actually separating the character from the background. Basically, Ali likes to put animations between him and the background. And it really sells the 3D look. So to do
Okay.
Ali likes to put animations between him and the background, and it really sells the 3D look. So to do this, we'll go into After Effects, drag our new short into After Effects, then we'll double click on our video, click on the roto brush tool in the top left, then I'm going to draw a line outlining my character and go in and detail it. Once we have a good outline, we'll press space and let After Effects do its thing. Once it's finished, we can click Ctrl M and export our video. And once we've done that, we'll end up with a version of our video that doesn't have the background. Now, we'll move back to Premiere Pro. First, I want to drag in my short which I've recorded. Then I'd like to drag in the version of it which doesn't have the background. I'll put them both on the timeline, then sync them up using the audio waves at the bottom. Now our short will look like this, but in reality, it's two separate layers, one that's the full video and one that's just the outline. Now, let's go ahead and create our cuts. All I have to do is go through my video, find my silence, make a cut after I stop speaking, make a cut before I start speaking, select what's in between, and delete it. And then I'll go through the rest of my...
So everything that he's listed in this video so far, Resolve does automatically. And I can show you how to do it.
video, removing any silences or bad takes. We'll end up with a clean cut timeline ready for our edit. But we're not done yet. You guys know how much I love J-cuts, so let's go ahead and do that. And once we've done that, we can start editing our intro. More than anything else, the intro is the most important part in short form content, because the intro is what decides whether the viewer watches the video or not, and that is why we need to hook the viewer. To do this, I'm gonna try and recreate this intro which Ali did. The first thing I'll do is push my character layer up a few layers. Then I drag in this black paper overlay and added a dust and scratch overlay on top of it. Then darkened it a tiny bit, nested it, and this is gonna be my background whenever I need it. So I'll put it under my character layer, and to create this paper text animation, I'll click my pen tool to create a mask and add a few points off screen to try and manually animate this. I'll keyframe my mask path, then I'll move 2 frames forward and move these points as if the paper were tearing in. Then move another 2 frames and make the tear bigger. Then continue doing this until we end up with this. Then I'll drag in the transform tool, increase the shutter angle, and keyframe a small animation where I move to the bottom as
This guy's editing is so wild. Not this. This isn't that hard. But just like the fart sound effects and the super funny.
the tear gets bigger. Since I'm talking about coffee, I'll drag in this 3D rotating coffee bean that I found, then place it where I want on the screen, and drag on and move from bottom animation. Then I'll open up my Premiere Composer plugin and drag in this title. Ali uses this typewriter effect, so I'm trying to go with the theme. I'll change the text to coffee, change the color to an orange, and drop its opacity, and then change the font to a font called Guanite. Then I'll place the text behind our coffee, I'll nest both sequences, add a glow to them, and this is the first half of the intro. As for the second half, I'm gonna add a transform.
So let's go ahead let's write a script. And I think that this video, he actually talks about like emulating the script. Let's see.
Do you want to learn how to make YouTube shorts just like Ali Abdaal in this really cool style? Well, today we're going to be going over script writing, editing, sound design, setup, and more in order to create shorts just like Ali. And to prove to you that I do actually know how to make shorts just like the man himself, this is my recreation of one of his shorts, which I'll play in full for you at the end of the video. For this particular breakdown, we're going to be focusing on one of his most popular shorts, the Halo Effect, which has amassed over 2.7 million views and is a great reflection of his overall short style. So if we take the transcript of that short, we can then break it down into 7 key parts. The first of which is of course a hook, introducing us to a brand new concept by name and then telling us that it's going to directly impact our lives.
This is the halo effect, and it's subtly influencing your thoughts without you realizing.
We all want to know how it impacts our lives and to what magnitude. And so the next key script element is to explain what the concept is with a very simple example.
It's a phenomenon where if a person has one positive trait, like being conventionally good looking, then we assume they must have other positive traits, like being intelligent or kind or successful, even if we've just met them and if we have no evidence to support that.
Ali will then follow this up with another example to help reinforce his point.
And this happens in almost every area of life. Teachers might assume that a student who excels at one subject, like maths, is a strong student overall, even if they actually struggle in other areas.
Followed by another.
This is particularly significant in politics, where a leader who's charismatic and good at public speaking might be assumed to be a strong leader overall, even if they've not yet proven themselves in other areas like policy and decision making.
And then for the icing on the cake, he'll throw in an opposite example, some negative form of the examples he's given prior.
But the halo effect can also work in reverse, where if someone has one negative trait, like having dirty clothes, it leads us to believe that they have other negative traits as well, like being disorganized and lazy and unproductive.
But the best thing Ali does in this short is what he does next in relating it directly back to the audience with one simple question.
So how can we use this to our advantage?
Which he then answers in his final part of his short, a key takeaway that his audience can use to directly benefit their lives.
For ourselves, we can try and be more aware that the halo effect exists and try to do things to make a good first impression. And with others, we can try not to let one positive or one negative trait define our entire perception of them.
So to summarize, these are the 7 key script elements that Ali used to craft his short. So now
Okay. So if we just go
so to summarize, these are the 7 key script.
Boom. Let's open a document. And I think a cool goal would be like do 100 shorts in his style. I don't know if I can, but I'm sure I would get really good if I did. So let's go ahead and here's what we're gonna do. Is that too distracting? I don't know. But we're going to do it that way. And then we are going to create a new Google Doc. And we're just going to follow this. Actually, let's go back. Called it learned helplessness. Let's rename and do and we'll call this shorts template. And then it's
script elements that Ali used to craft his short. So now we know what to say. How do we film it like Ali to get that professional, clean look? Well, let's first start with his setup. And you'll notice a few things here. So Ali's sitting at a desk with some fake plants and a keyboard sitting in front of him, which gives a really nice minimalistic, clean setup. And it also allows him to lean forward on the desk and provide a much more conversational tone. But also notice he doesn't set up his camera angle straight on, but rather angles it off to the side, which in my opinion gives it a more sort of natural look. The next thing we need to look at is the background. 3 things here. Firstly, kind of a staple in his videos is just having a bookshelf and some plants in the background, which provides a really nice look. But then to make sure that that isn't too distracting, he uses a low aperture setting on his camera, which basically makes the background blurry. For instance, on my camera here, I'm using a 1.7 aperture setting on my Panasonic Lumix GH5S. But if you really want your videos to look like Ali, throw in a blue RGB light pointing up at the background and then throw in an LED light strip running across in a nice warm warm color tone. And of course, you have to light yourself, your subject, and you can't do any better than using a nice big light with a softbox. But if you don't have access to any of these items or all of them, it doesn't really matter. It's just the icing on the cake, and really it's the structure and the editing that helps bring Ali's videos to life. So once you film the A-roll for your video, aka the parts where you're speaking.
Okay, so let's just do this. Let me look at his script one more time.
Introducing us to a brand new concept by name, and then telling us that it's going to directly impact our lives.
This is the halo effect.
This is the halo effect. It's subtly.
And it's subtly influencing your thoughts without you realizing.
We all want to know how it impacts our lives, and very simple example.
It's a phenomenon where if a person has
Phenomenon.
one positive trait, like being conventional or successful, even if we've just met them and if it's point. And this happens in almost every area of life. Teachers might assume that a student who excels at one subject
I can just do that.
like math is
For the icing,
where a leader who's charismatic and good at public speaking might be assumed in decision making.
and then for the icing on the cake, he'll throw in
That can also work in reverse. Where if someone has one negative trait, then lazy and unprepared,
directly back to the audience with one thought. So key takeaway that his audience
this to our advantage.
which he then enters in the audience with one simple question.
So how can we use this to our advantage?
Which he then enters in his final part of his short, a key takeaway that his audience can use to directly benefit their lives.
For ourselves, we can try and be more aware that the halo effect exists.
Okay. So what I'm first gonna do is just make like 5 of, actually, I'll do 1. And I think learned helplessness is probably like the biggest problem that plagues most um, this one habit is right. This one habit will destroy your chances of becoming a top programmer and keep you stuck in tutorial hell, right? Because that gives a lot of like vivid. Um, and it's the reflex to look for an answer to a problem. Um, and this is too easy for programmers to do. Um, this one habit will keep you stuck. How can we fix this? This one habit is unconsciously is secretly. Let's actually use Gemini. Do I not have access to Gemini? Oh, that sucks. This is too easy for programmers to do. Developers may visit Stack Overflow before. Even if they could. May. Even if they could. Even if they could have solved it on their own. Learned helplessness. Unable to affect their outcome. And it leads to At least at least if people it leads people to feel helpless. Actions have no impact on a negative situation. Dependence and leads to feelings of helplessness. Over time, it can make you feel helpless to change and helpless to change cause you to quit before you to quit early. Um, AI coding assistants. But the big problem is that big problem is that if we can only do things that have already been done by others, we can't create anything. So how do we beat this habit? When you hit a problem for others, encourage new developers to for others, encourage new developers to find problems and hopelessness. Feelings of hopelessness. I don't know if I'm actually gonna. Set a timer and try to solve it yourself before using other resources. Um, Cool. So what? That was probably like 20 minutes, and I have an awesome short script at least. Um, so what I'll probably do is go ahead and record this, and then I will. There's content live. I will probably go ahead and what I'll do is I'll go ahead and record this, and then I will in the next video I'll have editing content for me to go and start working on. So hopefully my goal would be to finish the edit in a day. If I can do that, then I feel really good about the future of kind of promoting short form content daily, because that would be the goal, right? Okay, so take care. Thanks for watching. Adios.